Today I'm going to be taking you through the process so far that I've gone through to handing back my broken 22 plate KTM 1290 Super Duke GT. I bought the GT brand new back in 22 June. Took it out, 50 miles in, engine light come on. Since then it's been in and out of 2 different service centres, totaling 6 times, of which I've collected the bike when they've said it's fixed. Every single time, between 50 and 150 miles after that point, the engine lights come back on. If you're interested in watching those videos, they will be in the description box below. I know a lot of you have asked me to keep you in the loop with what's going on and the process, so here it is. On the morning of me picking it up for the 6th time, I did speak to my finance company, and they did confirm to me if the light was to come back on after this time of it being fixed, they would start the process of giving me a refund and taking the bike off me. I can hear yourself asking, why am I speaking to a finance company? Well, I did speak to KTM. They kind of didn't really want to know. So they said the 2 options are to either go through the dealership or the finance company. Unfortunately, the dealership has liquidated, so that's taken that option off the books. I have raised a fault several times with Santander. That's who my finance is through. And as I mentioned, they have agreed to take it back. So after I picked it up on the 6th time, next day took it out, 48 miles from picking it up from the service centre, the light come back on. I come back home and straight away I rang up Santander, let them know the fault was still there and I wanted a refund. That was the first stage, getting the agreement from the finance company that they would actually take this bike back and then hand it back to KTM. Santander said they were going to wait for a report from a private vehicle examiner, and the company they use is ACE. ACE stands for Automotive Consulting Engineers. Because I want to keep on top of this and make sure the bike's handed back and the finance is back in my pocket as soon as possible, I actually rung them up, got an appointment booked, which was last Friday. The examiner, Nigel, rang me up in the morning, we started chatting, and then he actually realised he's been watching these videos, so he knew the fault, knew what he was coming to. Met Nigel, he had a look around the bike. Obviously there's no physical damage to the bike. He took some photos, checked the serial numbers, turned the bike on, saw the engine light was there, took a photo of it, and he's like, well, that's all I can do. That's it. And he was happy, he was content. His report was going to show that the bike was unfixable at this current time. I'm now waiting for that report to go to Santander. Once they're happy, that's them. They can then start the process of the collection of the bike. That brings me on to today. I do have, or did have, a tracker installed on the bike from brand new. So I took it to Whole Shot in Yeovil today to get it removed so I can put it into the next bike that I have. Now the bike's back in the garage, tracker's out. I'm just waiting for a company that Santander use called Tower Hall. They're going to be the collection company, so they'll ring me up. We'll book a day, hopefully this week or next week, get the bike collected, and then they'll take it off. Once they've confirmed to Santander that they've got the bike, that's when the next process will happen, which to me is the biggest part of this process of getting the bike covered, and that's actually getting the money back in my pocket. This will be a 2-part video, so this is going to be the first part. I'm going to stop it there. Once the bike's collected and the finance is back in my pocket, I'll do a second update where I'll let you know how much I got back, what about the monthly payments, because I've been paying it for 7-8 months. Was there any fair usage fees for the time I did have the bike? It's basically, what am I getting back, and do I have to pay anything for having it for the last 7-8 months? But please, if you found this video helpful, make sure you like it and subscribe to the channel so you can get notified when that video does drop. Unfortunately, I know by the comments box there are some of you going through this process, and there's some people actually really struggling to get the bike taken back and get the finances back in their pocket. Hopefully this can help you guys out so you can have a bit of ammunition to go to your finance companies so you know kind of what the process should be. But until the next one, ride safe.